Hey, so a lot of investors are probably wondering when are rents going to start going up again. Okay, so rents have been coming down, but when do rents start going up again? To know, watch the video to the end. And before you go further, hit the subscribe button and press the bell icon. My name is Fahd Dawood. I talk about real estate internationally and Dubai, your life and my life, and our path to financial bliss. Okay, let's do a quick recap of the market scenario. Okay, prices have been going down and correcting themselves since 2014. I'm being ambitious when I say 2014. Maybe it's not correct since 2014 because prices were going down, but they were also going up in certain areas. But since 2016, they've been correcting themselves. Okay, so let's say this is the 2016 mark. Prices have been correcting themselves, right? Have we hit the bottom right now? Have we hit the bottom in 2020? Who knows? Those who try to predict the future end up eating crystal glass. Okay, we might have, we might not. Allah knows best. I don't. But what I have seen is as prices have come down in 2020, and with the whole pandemic situation, a lot of people right before the pandemic were, I think, coming into the market, and now right during the pandemic, right after the pandemic have started coming into the market. Okay. Because they felt that maybe this was the opportunity, let's grab it and go, right? So we've seen, and you can see it, you can read the newspaper, there's transactions happening, even though prices might still be a little delicate and fragile. Prices are by no way, in my personal opinion, going up, maybe in some communities, but not everywhere. There are some communities where prices have gone up, like Arabella. This is a townhouse community. So this is what I know from the ground realities. Okay, don't quote me on actual data, but this is what I know from ground reality. Okay, but this is not what I want to talk about. I want to talk about when do rents start going back up, because you know, in Dubai, when you invest, you're used to getting 9% net, no taxes, 8%, 7%, even in the luxury category, we used to get 5% or 6% net income back to you, which is great, right? Compared to anywhere else in the world, it was great. But we were an emerging market at this stage, and as emerging markets mature, and the risk with emerging markets, the risks are higher, therefore you get higher returns. As markets mature, your returns generally come down because there's more people looking to invest, so on and so forth. But you know, even if we're at this stage, when do we go back up, right? When do rents go back up? There's been a question. And in one of my previous videos, I told people something very easy to understand, okay? What you need to know with Dubai is, this is Dubai. Okay, so let's say this is Dubai. Right here is Sharjah, and right here is Ajman. Okay, and this is not sorry, I think I've cut off Ajman, but okay, you guys understand. Let's see if we can get Ajman in as well. Okay, there you go, Ajman's in as well. What you guys have to understand is, from my personal experience, from the global financial crisis 2008-2009, I had my own real estate company at that time. I had to close that one. Essentially speaking, there's a ton of people, there's approximately 1 million people who commute from Sharjah to Dubai every day for work, okay? And then perhaps there's a few 100,000 people who commute from Ajman all the way to Dubai for work, okay? Now, this commute can take up to an hour. Sometimes it's less, sometimes it's more, right? But people don't have a choice, right? It's like any other cosmopolitan city, like London, like Paris, like New York, like Toronto. People come in kind of like, you can imagine Sharjah and Ajman being like the suburbs, yet they're not suburbs. It's mostly cheaper apartments, right? And some people choose to live there for other reasons, right? Maybe it's more I wouldn't use the word family friendly, but whatever the reasons, maybe they've got parents over there, maybe they've got friends over there, maybe they were born and raised over there, maybe they've got kids over there. Whatever the case may be, I don't think that anybody enjoys an hour worth of commute every day from Sharjah or Ajman, Sharjah to Dubai, and an hour and 30 minutes from Ajman. Nobody really enjoys that, right? So what did we see during the global financial crisis, the GFC? Essentially speaking, we had 2008, the global financial crisis takes over. 2009, 10, and by 11, 10 and 11, Dubai rents had reached that really absolute bottom where people, it just made sense. If they were still working in Dubai, they would move from Sharjah to Dubai. And essentially what would happen is people would move from Sharjah to Dubai and from Ajman to Sharjah or Ajman to Dubai as well. And essentially speaking, by 2012, when the recovery started happening, we started seeing rents climb up again. So I'll give you an actual example, okay? 1 bedrooms in Dubai Silicon Oasis in 2000. So 1 bedrooms in International City were, I think, close to 70,000, okay? And then they went further, like they really dipped but Dubai Silicon Oasis, which is right next to International City, by 2013, 1 bedrooms were renting at 36K, but because all the excess inventory had been taken up by people who had already moved or new people coming to Dubai. Don't forget, new people keep coming to Dubai as well, right? Renewals were happening at 45K, and this is 1 beds, okay? And 2 beds, which were at 45K, were at 60 to 70K. Like, prices were really starting to go up again because of this whole environment. Dubai had become like this hotspot again. So essentially speaking, from 2008 to 2009, now I'm not saying that by 2013 is when the recovery of rent started happening. Recovery of rent started happening somewhere in between 2010 and 2012. So about 2.5 to 3 years later, as people started coming in, okay? As people started coming in to Dubai, rent started going up again, okay? Now, is it going to be the same trajectory now? Like, should we expect a 2-year lag? And then after 2 years, so for instance, we're in 2020 now, and by 2022, should we expect prices to start going up again? Could be possible. Rental income to go up. What I'd like you to understand is one thing, okay? Because of this whole corona situation, rents might take a slight delay for recovery. The reason is that salaries of people have been slashed anywhere between 30% to 50% in a lot of situations. So those people who move from Sharjah to Dubai, Ajman to Dubai, might choose to stay in Sharjah for at least another year until salaries go back up to where they were before, right? So if salaries don't go back up, that move gets delayed by a year or 6 months. So whereas before I was expecting that, within 2 years this excess inventory gets absorbed and taken up, their delay might be longer, which means that you as a landlord, it's not going to be smart and wise to be stubborn on renting your property out, right? So what are the key ways to rent out your property? There is, you might want to give 1 month away for free, maybe 2 months. Maybe not take a security deposit. Maybe not worry about the number of checks that you're getting. Get a good tenant in and try to keep him. Maybe that's the message. Sometimes you got to take it on the chin and, be comfortable with the 5% or 7% that you might be getting, because in the good, better days, you go back up to 9% I should be okay. All right, hit the bell button, hit the subscribe button, press the bell icon. If you want to work with me directly, I do offer several services. One-off services such as just a strategy session if you like. I can help you evaluate any opportunities that you're looking to invest in Dubai. I can help you with pricing your property correctly if you're buying or selling, or if you're trying to negotiate to save some money. I also help with your complete handover. I've got a team that does that for you. And if you want to work with me A to Z, the VIP package, you can apply to do that as well. Hit the subscribe button, press the bell icon again so you don't miss good videos coming your way on Dubai real estate specifically, your life and my life, and our path to financial bliss. Check you out on the other side. Bye for now.